It's the moment of truth. We have very little time remaining, just a few hours, to work through these negotiations in a useful fashion if we want this agreement to enter into force on the 1st of January. As you were informed by our President Ursula von der Leyen a few days ago here in this very room, there is a chance of getting an agreement, but the path to such an agreement is very narrow. The time when the decisions need to be taken, that will also be the time for each and every one to assume their responsibilities. I will be assuming mine, as I have always done throughout the course of my public commitment within the respect of the mandate that was established by the 27 member states of the European Union and which was supported and confirmed by the broad-ranging cross-bench majority here in Parliament through your resolution. Today there are three fundamental aspects that I'd like to recall from these negotiations. First of all, it is the Brits who decided on a very short deadline within which we are now constrained. In June, they refused any form of extension of the transition, which was possible, which was on the table. We'd agree to that, but they established the date of the 31st of December as that moment of truth. Now, if they should leave with an agreement, if we so desire, or without, it is nevertheless the Brits who decided on that deadline. The second point, these negotiations have been extraordinary. In the course of 9 months, these are negotiations of a type we've never seen before. Looking at the subjects at the core of your resolution and the core of my mandate, even if we find it regrettable that the Brits didn't want to go further, for example, with an agreement including foreign policy, defence and cooperation as we were prepared to negotiate, but it takes two to tango. You both have to agree if you want to reach an agreement. And the UK would like to regain its sovereignty over fisheries, to be able to control access to its waters. And as I've said on many an occasion, and I'll reiterate that here, we can accept that and we respect that. But if, following a credible period of adjustment that is deemed necessary, if the UK then wants to cut access to these waters for European fishermen at any given time, then the European Union also has to maintain its sovereign right to react or to compensate by adjusting the conditions for products and especially fisheries products to the single market. And that is where we come up against one of the main hurdles of the negotiations at the moment, fisheries being part and parcel of the economic partnership. So, ladies and gentlemen, on a personal note, I don't think it would be fair nor acceptable if European fishermen were not allowed, following transitional rights, to have access to those waters when the rest of the agreement, especially applying to companies from the UK, would remain stable in their rights. So that wouldn't be fair, that wouldn't be honest. So those are a couple of points that separate us at the moment.